Show on the world-famous K-Rock 106.7 KROQ.
Hi, this is Tori Amos.
Why do we crucify ourselves? Sometimes you just don't come through. Silent all these years.
Tori Amos. This is Tori Amos with the wonderful Kevin and Bean.
Yeah, hold that assessment. So I walked outside, I saw Tori Amos, and she said, "Hey, Kevin, how you doing?" And then she said, "Look at what I have. I have the artwork for my new CD." And then I said, "Oh, cool." And then she said, "Look, there's 5 of them." And I said, what do you mean 5 of them? I thought there were 4 of them. Because she has other people living in her?
Right.
Of course she does. Because Tori crazy. What do I keep telling you, Kevin? Year after year, what do I tell you? I love her, but she crazy.
So then I said, well, I thought there were only 4 of them. She said, no, Tori's there too. And I said, you know you are Tori, right? She said, yeah, but that's the way I look at it. Tori?
Yes. Good
what
morning.
Are you doing? First, what are you doing?
First of all, welcome. We love you.
I love you guys.
Second of all, what are you doing?
But you're getting nuttier by the day.
I'm giving a husband hours of fun. You realize? You see?
Sure, he's got 4 different women.
That's right.
5.
Well, 5.
5.
See,
Sure.
she understands.
Yes.
But you see, guys.
Tori's just a character, too.
Yeah, but do you know? All the women.
Do you know?
Do you know? Don't you dare. Don't you dare compare me to Madonna.
I live in England.
No.
All right, go ahead.
No, baby. All
I'm
the
from
women.
Maryland, but I talk like this.
No, stop. All the women in the world understand that they have different women inside them.
Okay.
So, your wives, if I could have 10 minutes with your women, I'm sure they would look at me and say, I would love to put on some rubber if I could, or I would love a glamorous dress like Santa.
I think they would say, get us out.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, okay.
No.
Now, Tori, you have 4 women inside you. And you said that over the years, the voice on your CDs comes basically from you. But this time you had to let these 4 women come out and play.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Is that accurate?
Close.
Okay.
But
close.
you
It's
have
close, but not quite accurate.
close. But you have to make
Pip, pip.
yourself a canvas.
A canvas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to be able to. The person that you wake up with every morning is not the person you take stage with. Ask Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah, well.
Sure.
But,
Well, yeah,
but
of
that's
course.
only one.
Yeah, but I'm a woman.
Oh, that's true. All right. Tell us about the 4 that are living inside you. Tell us about Isabel first.
Isabel is neutral. I think she bats for both teams. Yeah, I do.
okay,
Well, she's historical. So
Okay.
she would. She has lots of experience, and that would make you think that she has lots of
Now
experience.
she's a Swiss lesbian, basically, what she is.
No, I don't know. I'd say,
Neutral and bats for both teams.
No,
Swiss
I'd
lesbian.
say more Swedish.
Swedish.
Swedish
Yeah.
lesbian. Okay, nothing wrong with that.
No,
Tell
but
us,
not a Swedish lesbian. No. She's bats for
Both.
both teams, I
Bisexual.
think.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
she's more into men these days, but she's had other experiences.
Now, tell us the background of Isabel, if you could summarize that.
Well, I've
the Greek
based
god and all
yes,
that.
I've based all the women. I've structured them around the Greek pantheon, and I chose specifically 5. I didn't choose Hera. I chose Artemis, who Isabel is based on.
Okay.
Athena, Pip, who wears the rubber. She's the warrior.
Pip, pip.
Tori, who holds Demeter, but / Dionysus, because she's the musician of the group. And then there's Clyde, whose name originally was Clitorides, and she holds Persephone.
Okay.
And then last but not least is Santa, who holds Aphrodite.
We're letting her talk as if it's making sense to any of us. That's what I love about this conversation, is we're pretending we're following, that we're tracking with what Tori said.
I know you know your Greek mythology, Bean, because you're a clever man. Even though you don't always let people think you are, you're very smart.
But I'm not.
So,
I'm getting
okay.
to you.
And I don't recognize half of the words in that last paragraph.
I'm getting to you.
Okay, Tori, hold on. Let me. Okay, American Doll Posse is the new CD. It comes out next week, May
Yes.
1st, right? Which is Tuesday. Okay.
Yes.
Now, there are 20 new songs on here.
23.
And
23.
23 total. Okay, 23. And each character that you've described sings some of the songs on the new disc? Is that what's happening here?
It's almost equally divided, correct. But it's a double, it comes in vinyl. Which
Yes,
I love.
I hear
that.
you hate digital. I hear you're all about the analog.
No. I
Not
don't
true?
hate. No, I'm into audio pornography on every level, Bean.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So it comes out on vinyl, which is a tremendous news for so many of our listeners
Yes.
who really are looking forward to getting it for the record players.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know that, but my niece who's 15 looked at me and said, Auntie, this looks like a Frisbee.
Sure.
So she's, I did this so that she could feel the lacquer, so that she could understand the tradition.
Am I the only one who doesn't... I don't really get the difference. I've never heard the difference between vinyl and CD.
I think you can hear it.
That bad?
I think you can hear the difference. I think it's true when you hear that analog is warmer. I believe that's true because they lose something in the digital transformation, right?
No,
Tori,
but now if you have the good engineers, you can assimilate it. I mean, if you have the massive passives and if you have the correct gear, then you can really apply it. If you have the guys that know what they're doing, you have to have guys that understand what to do with all those little knobs.
Now you produce yourself now, right?
Yes, but I work with a team. So
Right.
I'm never a woman alone. Yes, I'm in the captain's chair, so I can say, okay, bang, bang, forget it. Not like a Phil Spector.
No, God.
Not that kind of bang bang.
No, not like that. But I can say, that's a great idea, let's apply that. I delegate a lot. So if the drummer
Okay.
has the best idea, we go with that.
Do you ever have any problems with Tori? Does she get uppity during your recording sessions?
That's see? Now
Yes,
you
she is.
see the real Kevin
starting to
coming.
understand.
You are coming to the
I'm
table.
empathetic to all of your people.
It's honestly,
I'm saying.
it can be difficult because when you sit in that chair, and the reason you choose to be the producer is because guess why? The record
you're good at it?
the record company has to deal with the producer, and if they're having problems with the artist, then they have to go to the producer, and the producer holds the money.
I see.
Of course.
So
yeah.
they call the producer and say, what are we going to do about Tori?
That's
and you
right.
say, I'll deal with it.
I'll deal
You
with
say, hold on, I'll get Clyde on the phone to tell you what Isabel said.
it. Exactly.
Just screw with him. Just keep on the phone all day long, never talk to him.
I can do that all day long, Bean.
Tori, you've been famous with, what is this, your 9th studio album? Is that what we're up to now?
Studio album, yes.
That's like a
My
career. That's a lot of, that's a life's work right there.
Yeah.
That's impressive and tremendous. But you've been famous for writing about what's weighing heavily on your mind, whether it's a personal thing or a worldwide thing. Is there anything that drove you, any unifying theme that all these characters have, something that they're all trying to express on this new
I
disc?
think on that note, we have to take a break.
Oh, you're a bad
We'll
man.
come right back. We
You're a
have
very
Tori
bad
Amos.
man.
We have Tori
I'm
Amos here.
talking to Santa here.
I don't think Santa's in the room. I
And
think it's
Pip,
Pip.
or whoever's
not
here.
in the room,
It's
no.
Pip. Pip's in the other room getting ready to perform, too. So we're going to have a live performance coming up.
Lisa, don't sit too close to Tori because some of the crazy will rub off on you.
I
Seriously,
like her crazy.
she's going to leave, and then you're going to be effed up for life. You don't want that. It's 8:21.
She's going to come in tomorrow in rubber, and it's going to be hot.
And you're going to
Well,
be
there's
happy.
nothing wrong with that. If that's the direction we're going, I'm fine with that.
Then listen to her.
All right, we will play something brand new from Tori's forthcoming CD called American Doll Posse right away in just a moment. First, Lisa's.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Tell us about teenage hustling.
Well,
Is this Pip?
this
now?
is Pip.
And is this Pip the one I'm looking at here?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Why
Pip.
don't you describe her?
Pip's good times. She's got dark hair, and it's kind of covering her eyes, and she looks like she needs to have sex right now.
She's a goer.
I mean, that's-
Pip is a goer.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Well,
Would you describe it differently?
I think it's really good to hear how men describe the girls. It
Okay.
fascinates me.
Okay. Am I wrong?
Well, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
she-
in rubber right now. I have to think about
Oh,
that
for
one.
God. Can you talk to her and let us know?
She's pretending she doesn't even know Pip. She doesn't
Tell
hang
us-
out with that quality of person.
We're going to play Teenage Hustling. Tell us about that song.
Well, sexy recording it just because it's different from the singer-songwriter composition that I usually come up with.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of guitars. Had to bring in somebody who was in punk bands in the 80s in England, and
Who's that?
Mac Aladdin.
Okay.
And
Don't know Mac.
this is it.
Well, that was not a good ending.
That ended abruptly. What happened there, Pip?
What the hell
Is that on the
happened?
CD like that, Pip?
No,
No.
something odd just happened.
That was strange.
Oh, I thought you just got bored. I don't know.
I was watching the counter, and it was counting down 4, 3, 2, 1. I was like, how is she going to end this so quickly?
Well,
And then it just stopped. And then it goes on, and there's some more good stuff.
Yeah, but that's the crazy thing. That was my
I'm sorry,
private.
Pip.
That was, yeah. No, I'm Tori.
Oh, Tori, I'm sorry. You should let
Forgive
Pip
us.
do more CDs, by the way.
No. That's not the CD. That's my private copy. So
Okay.
So they didn't want, the producer didn't want you to hear the end of that song for some reason.
Exactly, Kevin.
Okay.
That's right.
Let me tell people what we're doing here. That's the lovely Tori Amos, or is it, in the studio of the world-famous K-Rock this morning. We're talking about the new CD, American Doll Posse, that comes out on Tuesday. It is a very rich listening experience. 23 tracks, lots of different sounds on this because there's lots of different personalities involved. And I asked you before the break if there's any kind of through line or message of this album. Sometimes, you've got something weighing kind of heavy on your mind like that. Remember that crazy time you walked across America? Remember that? That was funny. Is there anything like that going on, like right now, that's like a message you're burning to get out?
Well, I think I'm curious about the women in this country. And 2 years ago, how I thought that there was going to be a change in the administration. And as we all know, the women have the power to unite and address that.
Right.
And as we know, that power is really energized by the Christian right wing. And if you are a woman who is interested in equal rights for yourself, one would think that you wouldn't make a politically suicidal choice to support that. Therefore, I started to study American women, and I decided that there was something not quite right with us being so competitive with each other and not looking at the real issues. So yes, there's a driving force behind this.
All right, let me see if I can translate, because I speak a little Tori. I studied it in high school. You're saying that women could do better for themselves than voting for people who try to take away their rights? Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, obviously, yes. Yes,
okay,
I am.
that's what I thought I got out of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, are you worried about any kind of a backlash of saying things like that as an American who now moved and lives on foreign soil? Does it seem a little bit like you're setting yourself up to be a Dixie chick like Target when you start talking like that, or no?
Well, I've never been America's sweetheart. So I am a minister's daughter, and I am Tory, so that would be a bit, anti-inflammatory. So I'm ready for it, really.
I know, believe me, I know that you are.
Bring it on.
What about this? Tell people about the album cover that maybe haven't seen that, because that's the first people's exposure to the new stuff, and already that's controversial.
Well, you mean the picture inside with Tori bleeding?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Well, again, I think because I'm really surprised how strong the right-wing Christian movement has picked up momentum. And my parents are very committed to their faith. They are not right-wing Christians. However, they have chosen, I think, a less liberal stance over the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. And if you had talked to me in 1994, I would not have foreseen as a woman where certain things were going, civil liberty questions, etc. So I feel that as a preacher's daughter, how religion hides behind Jesus' message, love your neighbor as yourself, and that is really not their ideology. If you don't agree with them, then you are an opponent. So how do you fight a force like this? Well, I say you fight ideology with ideology. And the one thing they hate more than anything, since they support a monotheistic, authoritative male god, is what? Bring on the women. Yeah. Bring on the mother gods. So I constructed the characters around the Greek pantheon.
Now, who's holding the chicken on the front cover?
That's Tori.
That's Tori, okay.
But it was supposed to be a cock. Because
Rooster,
right.
Cockerel, Bean, yes?
Right, sure. Yes.
You have a piggy. Mm-hmm. Cockerel would be correct.
That's right. But
yes.
I'm just saying, for the benefit of those who are writing the FCC right now, Tori meant rooster.
For the benefit of the FCC, look in your dictionary. Cockerel is a word.
Okay.
Yes, it is. I like to hear you say it. Now, you mentioned as you came in, and by the way, we have the benefit of being able to see Miss Amos in person. She looks better than I think she's ever looked. She looks fantastic as she walked through the door here this morning. And you said that's because you've got a very busy 2007 plan. You're going to be hitting the road big time, it sounds like.
Big time, and I'm going to be 44, and I had to honestly look at my energy level as I was writing this work a year and a half ago. And when songs such as Teenage Hustling were coming in, I thought, I have to have the energy to do this. So I hit the rowing machine, and I work out 2 hours a day, and then I practice 4 hours a day at the piano.
Would people be surprised how much work goes behind the scenes of any of their, musicians that they love?
Well, that's why I'm not in Tarzana shaving my head.
Well, there is that, yeah.
I'm not being brutal. I have empathy for her plight. But I'm saying to you, if you're a real musician, your life is different than the celebrity life. it is about dedication, and it
There's
takes
real work.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
real work to be good.
But you have 4 other people to split up the work. So really, how much work is it? Right?
Yeah, that's a good.
You sleep while Clyde writes. I mean, you got that going on.
Yeah.
So, do you have you put together in your mind's eye what this show is going to look like? Are you going to be able to incorporate all these various different characters on stage in each show?
That's a very good question. See, I love that. Now, what happens is for the over 100 shows that we're going to do starting May 28th in Rome,
Okay.
and we hit the States early October, there will be a different woman that performs Act 1 every night.
Oh, you mean one of these characters?
Yes, but one of the 4.
Okay.
So Tori then will be Act 2 because she has that big back catalog.
Does
Right.
Tori get introduced by the other women?
No, nobody
No.
gets introduced.
Okay.
They just take stage.
Okay. Will it be a
Okay.
different person that takes the stage each night?
It has to be. You have to. It's precision. You can't just play dress up, or it's not going to work. I mean,
Come
it
on,
is.
Kevin, pay attention.
I'm sorry, I
Try
just
to keep up.
That
It's
was a good question.
performing arts. However, Bean, if I'm in Seattle and I'm having a rough night, you could always rehearse and see if you could be one of the girls for me.
Yeah, I don't.
Dean's more of a backup dancer kind of guy.
You see.
By the way, I would pay a lot of money to hear Tori Amos and Bjork talk on a road trip somewhere for like 6 hours.
You'd be quite surprised.
Oh, that would be so much fun. Because you really are you're 2 of the craziest women in the whole wide world that I love the most. So I'd love to see you guys.
Thank you. I really love her. No,
I do,
she's
too.
wonderful.
I love her too. I'm a little bit surprised, Tori, not that you're not doing enough, but I'm a little bit surprised with the timing of your album coming out that you're not playing Coachella this weekend. Is that something you thought about doing?
Yeah, but I had to choose Coachella or you, and I chose you.
Well, that's a bad choice, first of all. But we're glad. We're happy about it.
Now, we bring you up as the gold standard, Tori, because we have a lot of performers that come in on this show, and it takes them like 4 hours to set up, and they've got 30 people and 900 pounds of equipment to come in to try to get their songs that just sound okay. And we always say, why can't more people be like Tori that just come in with a little keyboard and plug it in and go? Because that's some of the best live music we've ever had on our show is the stuff that you've done. And you brought your keyboard with you here this morning.
Yes. Well, maybe it's because I'm a road dog. I've been touring for so long, and I think it's strange when it's part of your life. It's just like you guys. You get up every morning, you do the show. We tour so much, we do 6 shows a week, that it's just kind of second nature.
That's got to be tiring, 6 shows a week.
It is, Kevin, but at the same time, it's incredibly exhilarating. There's no drug that I've ever had that can compete with the endorphin rush that you get when you're having this conversation with thousands of people. It's a love affair, but it's not. There isn't perversion involved with all these 5,000 people. It's really kind of, I don't know, spiritual.
Very
Fantastic.
sweet. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break, get you set up in the other room with your keyboard, and you're going to do a couple of numbers from the new CD called American Doll Posse, which is, not to slight any of your other albums, but I think this is the strongest thing in a long, long time from you, Tori. It's obvious you put a lot of work into this. It's a
Thank
terrific
you.
record.
That
And it
really
comes
is.
out. It comes out Tuesday, right?
Yes,
This coming
it comes
Tuesday.
out Tuesday.
All right.
May 1st. So we'll take a break. Tori Amos plays live for us right after this on
Okay,
the World
guys.
Famous K-Rock.
Tori Amos on the world famous K-Rock.
Thank you, guys.
106.7 character. I don't know how to say this correctly. I don't mean it negatively, but there are so many people out there who are fake crazy. You're the real deal. You're
Thank you,
in a genius kind of way out there, and I
thank
wish
you.
more people were. It's like all of music is over here, and everybody's kind of trying to sound each other, and then there's the Tori Amos world, and she just keeps going on in her world. It's fantastic.
Well, I feel the same about you, too. I love you both. You know, I miss you sometimes. I'll be there in Cornwall thinking, I miss my buddies Kevin and Bean.
You're very sweet, Tori. You're very sweet.
You
Thank
don't
you
have
for
to
coming
lie.
in
We
this
already
morning.
like you. This coming Tuesday, the new CD is out, American Doll Posse. Tori, thanks for coming in.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.